That was the weird. I was gonna bring that up. That was the weirdest. It was like even the second time I watched, I was like, "What was that noise he made?" It was like he was laughing.
He's mocking
the way
her.
Somebody would explain to someone that had never laughed before.
Hear ye, and welcome to the Royal Geek Podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Rollison, also known as T-Roll, and tonight I am joined by my very good friends. First of all, we have Justin Sandoval, a.k.a. Sandy. We also have Anthony Amato, who we like to call Shamato, and of course, the landlord, Jordan Mosley, in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to review Daredevil Born Again, Season 2, Episode, I think, 9. If not 9, maybe it's 7, but it's the penultimate episode. 7. Perfect. I can't remember if it's an 8-episode season or 10, whatever.
Last season was 9, so yeah.
This guy runs a podcast? Anyways, here to review Episode 7, which is called The Hateful Darkness, which, by the way,
I know.
Goodness.
Phenomenal name,
gracious.
yes.
What a title for an episode. We're here to review it, and we'll do a spoiler-free brief review. What do you guys think of the episode, the penultimate episode in general, and then we'll dive deep.
Yeah, Jordan, what did you think?
It put me to sleep.
Oh my gosh.
This guy.
Yeah, I don't know about I felt like it had a lot going on in it, honestly. Like there were a lot of moving parts going on. Just about every storyline was moving forward in some form or fashion, so I felt like there was a lot going on. There was some really cool stuff happening going on.
Yeah, I'm with Shamato on this one. I think that this was it was a quality episode, and yeah, we actually had movement, and the movement that did happen was pretty
Yes.
cool. So
I told Shamato that I wanted to rewatch it because it got such a high rating.
it did, yeah.
That I was like, was I wrong? Watching it back, like, it was solid. Like, I didn't think it wasn't a bad episode. I didn't feel that way at all. But just I was waiting for just something awesome to happen. And I didn't feel like anything just amazing happened.
So, like, maybe something awesome like Matt Murdock walking into a courtroom when he's been missing for feasibly months, or maybe like Bullseye saving the governor's life. Or
Matt Murdock thing's not even that impressive. I've seen him every week.
No, but
New York.
no one else has. Yeah, dude. It's just
I've
about
seen
you.
him.
It's about New York.
Because he's wearing a hoodie.
Yes.
Oh, dude. Maybe Buck and freaking Daniel. What the heck?
We'll get
Jordan?
there. We'll get there.
Maybe
This episode was deep.
Maybe it's just because you didn't get to see Daredevil really beat up on anyone this episode.
Maybe that was it. Maybe
like,
I was just in a bad place this week.
Because you saw him, you see him, and maybe it's because you saw him in his costume, but he never really did any action.
Just sitting there.
Like, honestly, yeah, like he did a whole lot of sitting around in his costume in this episode, honestly, with almost no action.
That's a really good point.
Yeah,
And that can't be comfortable.
It did not look
No.
comfortable. No, no way. You would know, Jordan. Don't you own?
Jordan, this is going to be a good review. I didn't realize you were so low in this episode. I'm excited. Wow. Okay. Well, I think this is a good example. We don't necessarily need to go chronological. I think storyline based would be really good for this one. Again, I think there was tons. So maybe we can begin with. I mean, they're all kind of intertwined. Karen's at the center of like everything. Just about. Why don't we do this? The only one that feels kind of siloed off is Buck and Daniel.
yes, yeah.
And let's start there because this was madness to some extent. Brutal, but also like just I just don't know how to feel about Daniel. Like he was so. Although I guess his job was to look panicked, and he did. He didn't know what to do. He kept going back and forth. He was going to give up BB, then he wasn't, then he was, then he wasn't, then he ultimately didn't. But then he had no plans outside of dying. Like, how else did he expect that to go? You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's what I was telling Shamato off the pod. I was like, fully expected BB to be off screen with a gun or about to hit him in the head with something. I thought there's no way that this was the plan.
Yeah. Well, honestly, like in my kind of counter to that was like everything about their characters throughout the first 2 seasons would tell you that they're ill prepared for anything that's going on.
You talking about Daniel and BB?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like they really like, especially Daniel. Daniel just kind of just like
He's going with the flow.
yeah, he's just flying by the seat of his pants with everything that he's doing. And BB, although she's learning the journalist part of him, she's not her uncle yet. Like she doesn't have like the chops yet, and so she's still very much learning how to be a journalist in her own right.
Yeah, I will say I was actually impressed with Daniel. The fact that he was able to sell the fact that he was going to take her to a safe house. Like she didn't really put up too much questioning. Like she got into the car with him.
Yeah.
She drove up there, and then she didn't realize that they were not at a potential safe house until he got out of the car and closed the door. So
yeah.
I was impressed that Daniel was able to see past his feelings for her and actually make a like a kingpin decision to like manipulate and like completely derail BB. And it ended up biting him though because he wasn't that strong because he crumbled and let her go. But still. I'm just saying.
Honestly, I would put that more on BB than I would actually say Daniel's skills.
Yeah.
I feel like she just kind of walked into that one more than anything else. Honestly, like I feel like he didn't do the greatest job of selling it, honestly. But she just once again, I think they're both just kind of like ill-equipped for what they're doing.
Okay, my biggest complaint is back to the last episode. They were gonna feed her some fake information to see if she was the mole, and she didn't put it out. Now, ultimately, Daniel knows that she is the mole. Like, that was confirmed in his mind. And so maybe in his mind, he can't see past it. And he's like, I can't continue to lie to Buck and Kingpin and to Fisk. But what was confusing to me is, like, why did he have to give her up? Like, she didn't leak the fake information. How is Buck expecting... Like, Buck has suspicion, but Daniel could have easily been like, well, she hasn't leaked it. She's not the mole. I
think kind of what happened in between was he found the information that he on her phone or like in her
pocket
jacket, and then we don't see it, but I think he communicated with Buck and kind of like that was good enough to. I think they kind of had this plan of feed her the fake information, get her into a place where you can do it, and then we'll take care of her at this secondary location.
Okay. Well, then that is, in my mind, entirely on Daniel. Fail, dude. You could have, you are dead today because...
I don't think he's dead.
What?
I didn't think he died. I told Shimada I didn't think he died.
And I was like, I'll take a second look, but it's...
did you watch it the second time?
Are you kidding me? I did watch it twice.
Okay, so when he shot, there was a lot of dust that came up. If you shot someone in the head from that close of range, like...
Okay.
Is this experience?
Jordan, if you are right, next round on me, all right? Because, I mean, his head smacked dead on the ground right when that...
I don't know, there's a lot of dust.
Okay.
There wasn't blood splatter?
Pretty sure. You would have heard like a gush.
So honestly, what I think that scene really was about and everything in that was, and what was really happening in that scene was essentially Daniel separating Buck from Kingpin. I think emotionally that's what was happening there. I think Daniel was the character. He was the final straw for Buck that he sees that it's going to separate Buck from Kingpin in the sense of like how he feels about Kingpin. I think everything up to this point, he was lockstep with Kingpin and was willing to do everything. I think this was the one where when he had to do it, it breaks him. I think that's kind of what happened there is what that really was. That final scene was really about was Buck either not being there when Kingpin needs him or maybe potentially like turning on Kingpin.
That's a bold call. I don't know about that one.
Because they specifically in this season built up the relationship between Daniel and Buck.
They did. But Buck just seems like such a strong like number two that I mean maybe I will admit that I don't think it was the final straw. I think it was the first straw. Like this is when Daniel's laying there, he's like, how long until you're on your back with someone pointing a gun at you? I think he's trying to sow seeds of doubt to Buck. So we might get there, but I kind of feel like Fisk is going to need Buck, like from just a writing standpoint, that it won't happen. Especially if we are getting a season 3. So, which I don't know if we are for sure, but sounds like we might be.
Yeah, we are. Yes,
we are. Okay, so I don't know. I might respectfully disagree on that one, Shimano, but that's an interesting shout.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's dead, though. I'm not.
Oh, dude.
I don't even. Yeah.
I hope I'm right. That'd be so awesome.
If you are right, bro, I swear I'll be. I mean, beers on me, okay? Because
honestly, that would just lend more credence to what I just said. Honestly, more than anything else.
That's true. That's a really good point.
If he put a shot on the floor, and that was like his I'm out moment, he's done as far as he wants, that would definitely make it seem like I was right.
But even the way it ends, the episode ends with the shot of Buck, it fades, and it's dark, credits rolling, you just hear the door opening, him leaving. It just felt like, I don't know, I think it's over. I mean,
yeah.
But it's like
he shot him. Isn't he the cleanup guy too?
He is the cleanup guy, but I think he would.
You think he was going to collect himself?
No, I think he was going to, since he was so personal with Daniel, he probably got somebody else to clean it up.
You ever think he let Daniel choke him?
Oh my goodness!
I'm just asking. I'm asking the questions the fans want to know.
That's good. That's a good question.
That is good.
No, I think
Buy or sell.
Bye. No, but the Buck thing, it's crazy. With Daniel, excuse me. I just think maybe he knows, because BB says, "What are you gonna do?" And I think he says something like, "Do what's right" or "Do the right thing." Because I thought maybe Daniel probably doesn't have a gun, but maybe Daniel goes in there and shoots Buck, which would have been interesting.
Yeah, never touched a gun.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
But the only thing I can think of is he knows that if he lives, or if he just eludes, they're gonna come after his mom. So it's if he's dead now, it sucks for him. Oh, and it really sucks for his mom, who was just celebrating him. Oh man, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's crushing.
And the fact that his father's gone too.
Yeah. Gosh, I don't know. It was weighty for me. I was like, wow, and I really sense it from Buck. He's like, I do not enjoy this. The scene of him standing there and he just casually takes his gloves out. I was like, it was shot really well. The acting was good. Man, it was hard to watch though. It was sad. So. Okay. Speaking of choking, how about Fisk walking into the jail? By the way, and I noticed it right away. She's wearing an NYPD shirt. What? I was really confused.
Yeah.
Well, they stripped her down when they were booking her.
Why are you smirking?
What? They stripped her down.
I think the reasoning is so she's in a holding cell. She's not in an actual prison.
Yeah, no jumpsuit needed.
So she's not in the traditional jail system.
No, that's not what I'm making the point. She wasn't at a anti-vigilante task force.
Yeah.
Well, they did mention they did it legit, they did it
I know.
legally for reasons. So.
Boys, I get that. I'm just saying at first.
Tyler, let us
noticed
explain this to you.
I'm not in need of it. Okay, so how does it work?
Yeah.
But
all the times you've been arrested, you know the system, you get it.
But I got some it was just interesting. I think it was good how they showed Matt realize that he was surprised that they're going legit. But then it's kind of he thinks he's gonna get the upper hand because he's gonna his big idea. He tells Karen, "Hey, there's a lot of cameras." She's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I know you can't see my eyes right now, but think about it, And she's like, no, Matt, you can't. So it's obviously he's going to go in the courtroom. It's going to be a big ordeal. It was cool. But it also had some Red Wedding vibes where I was like, Fisk literally said, do you think she knows she's bringing all her friends to a slaughter or something like that? Or he said some line.
Wounded soldier to bringing out, all her friends.
Yeah.
That's right. I was like, oh, something's going to happen. But I was like, there's no way they could do it. I know the cameras aren't rolling, but there's no way they could do it in the courthouse. That was maybe the parking deck, which is what they did.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
But anyways, there's a lot here. Just this whole storyline, everything from Karen to Karen and Heather to the actual trial. Where do you guys want to go? I mean, say whatever is on your heart here, whatever is on your mind.
I think you had mentioned first, like Fisk coming to visit Karen. I do think that is a pretty big scene in itself because Fisk making it known to her, but like personal, keeping it personal, like by going and visiting her in the cell in NYPD, not in the task force lockup.
Yeah.
So therefore, he's making a public appearance, like to come and seek her out, and then he just freaking chokes her.
Well, but if you notice, literally, there's no one else in the police department except for him and her.
Yeah.
Like, you don't see another police officer around him at any point.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
I thought it was a really strong scene for Karen, like just standing up, and it was like, I mean, no bars were between them, but like,
I mean,
she didn't care.
Yeah, once again, another woman who likes to get choked.
Busted. By the way, when he it's amazing. When he is talking to her, he's like, "What are you doing this for?" And this is the best part of the whole episode. He says, "Love," and he goes, "Ha!" And he just says, "Ha."
That was the weird. I was gonna bring that up. That was the weirdest. It was like even the second time I watched, I was like, "What was that noise he made?" It was like he was laughing.
He's mocking her.
Somebody would explain to someone that had never laughed before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the point. Go ahead, Shimano.
Which honestly, that's Fisk. Like, in a way, I could see that being like what Fisk is someone who has never laughed before.
It was so strange.
You think about where he's at right now. Like, Vanessa's dead. The love of his life is dead. Like, love is dead to him. So, like, when she said love, it is a visceral reaction to just.
Well, she didn't say love. She did say love. He said love.
Well, yeah. Well, the fact that he brought that up in the first place, like that is, I mean, he can't comprehend it. He can't.
He's the dude at the bar who's like, "Let me tell you something about love. Listen to me, youngin. Let me tell you something about you. Oh, you think you know what love is? Like that's the vibe. Yeah, that's a prison. Oh man,
I definitely think I think she got the upper hand of all that. Like, I think she goaded him.
I will say,
to what she wanted.
Karen has frustrated me again most of the season because, like, this is when she's strongest. When she's kind of like she's like playing mental gym. She's using her words as well, right? Both with Fisk and with Heather. I thought pretty good. She took a choke from one, a couple slaps from the other, but.
Oh, slaps.
I think. Oh gosh, dude, I was a little worried. I was like, "Oh, dude, is anyone watching this? Like, she's not allowed to do that. Like, somebody
do that."
Yeah, and honestly, with the fact that they had Muse in the background, and it was like, oh,
that was
like you're like, oh, like she about to really go crazy here.
It was incredible with Heather.
It's a great scene.
Interviewing or like I guess analyzing.
Yeah, psychoanalysis.
Karen, and then dude slapping the crap out of her, man. Just one too many times, three too many times. Like it was.
Yeah.
And
just the seeds of doubt that she's like, oh, you miss Vanessa, don't you? Oh, did you know that she hired someone to kill my friend Foggy? Oh, I bet that's not in your stupid files.
Yeah.
And then all the stuff with Matt, obviously, love triangle here. I mean, it was just good, man. This was
Matt's
good.
stuff was weird.
Yeah.
I thought when they brought that up.
Oh yeah, she said something about like, didn't she make a reference to, like sleeping with him or something?
There was like it was very heavy innuendos there.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, Karen would absolutely wipe the floor with her.
Oh yeah.
Like hopefully, I think we'll get an actual fight between them. I hope.
I mean. Okay, so it would make sense for that to potentially happen because of the way that her mind is going, or she's like losing it. Helen's mind is like losing it in the way she's getting more and more violent in her own nature. And then they've also been building up Karen's fighting abilities, and not to be like too stereotypical, but they usually like have a matchup of, when you have a matchup, it's when there's the big brawl, you have a girl pick out a girl and they start fighting, so that would be kind of like evening up that kind of matchup. That would be kind of setting up the floor for that, potentially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think there's a potential fight there.
Yeah. I did have like a kind of crazy idea, like that maybe all this stuff is like a a secondary play with the camera like talk. So like talking about all like this public camera stuff, and Fisk is kind of like the counter. Well, what if like a large part of the play that's being brought in is because they make a big play of like Fisk talking about like the wounded soldier. They make a big play about like when they're in the courtroom, like saying, "Oh, the cameras are off." Like you hear that for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what if the cameras that Matt is really referring to aren't the courtroom cameras? Like, what if it's a camera showing Fisk choking Karen, or Helen smacking her around Karen?
Heather, yeah.
And maybe they have some cameras in that parking garage where you see an AVTF crew just come out and just lighting up an attorney and police officers.
Yeah.
Just regular NYPD officers. So, like, what if that is the counterplay that they actually have, and they're showing it? They're wanting it to look like the real cameras are the public in-court cameras, but it's actually these other cameras.
You know what they should make? Some red-lensed meta sunglasses that Daredevil can wear. So he's filming everything
Yeah.
all the time.
He'll have to get him jailbroken, though, so you don't have the light on for recording.
Yeah, that's true.
That's amazing. I don't know. I mean, there's kind of some speculation here, but if I'm Fisk, so this is the penultimate episode. We go into the finale next week. There is a season 3, which is great. Really good, because I thought it was going to end. But if you're Fisk, where are you at right now? So you weren't able to take out Murdoch and his attorney and all these people, you weren't successful in your assassination attempt of the governor.
Which, thank you, Bullseye, right? Like,
That's right. You weren't successful in finding the mole. Like, you found the mole, but you didn't take care of the mole. Like, and on top of that, you lost one of your
most loyal people
who, for the most part, has been doing a pretty good job with this one, really, really bad part. So, like, what is Fisk thinking when this next episode starts? Where it's like, where does he have the upper hand in anything right now? Where is he feeling on track, on pace in any of his?
I mean, I think honestly, the biggest thing that he feels like he has is this council that they have. The jury, the vigilante. I think that's where he thinks he can put the most pressure, put the most fear into the most people by bringing in as many people to the courtroom as humanly possible. And I think he feels like, and honestly, with the AVTF, I think he feels like those are probably his biggest like strength points.
Yeah.
And just using them as a scare tactic more than anything else.
So buy or sell. First buy or sell I could think of. Buy or sell. This episode will begin. Maybe not begin early in the finale. Early in the finale, the next morning, because they paused the council till the next day. He is going to either personally or through the AVTF or Buck. He is going to threaten all 3 of those judges to give a certain ruling, because he is. That's buy or sell that right now, guys. See what you think.
I'm going to buy that. I'm going to buy him trying to threaten them. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to sell.
Okay.
I think that would be. I think he's thinking farther ahead than like we're giving him credit for. I mean, he was surprised by Murdoch being in the courtroom. That genuinely got him. Kind of how like it surprised Murdoch that he was going on the legal side. Like he's surprised and wasn't expecting that. I don't know. I'm selling.
I'm going to sell, but I will say like the only type of intimidation I could see him coming back, actually showing up in the courtroom.
Yeah.
Like that would be the closest thing I think to
Right.
And to, his physical presence would be the only type of intimidation I think we're going to get. I think he kind of already thinks he has this in the bag. I think this is like he's already cashed the
done
check.
deal. Yeah,
like in his mind with the way that this is going, I think he thinks this is all just kangaroo court essentially for him. It's just all. It's a foregone conclusion. He knows what's going to happen. Or he's already bought them out. He's had them bought out for since day one. So I think that's more likely the path that we're going to go on. I think what's also interesting is there's some interesting stuff happening with with Cole North. Like I'm like, there's some cracks.
There are.
There.
And
Like
you saw it when Powell shot that young AVTF officer in the last episode.
and even kind of in this episode when he did his testimony, there was like some stuff there too. I think like he wasn't as like I don't know straightforward. It felt like there was something a little there as well.
Here's my buy or sell. My buy or sell is Powell will die in the finale.
Please, God, dear Lord.
Yeah, give it to us.
Bye.
I think Fisk kills him.
You think Fisk kills him?
That's what I want more than anything.
Yeah.
What about you, Shimano?
Yeah, I'll buy that he dies. I don't know. I'm gonna say it's gonna be. I'm gonna say Jessica Jones.
Ah, okay.
Woo.
Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and buy it, but I want to sell it so bad so that he can make it to the Punisher special, so Frank Castle can kill him.
So Frank can finish him off? Yeah, that could work.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, and if it isn't Jessica, I'd like put a second one at Bullseye. Those are
Okay.
the two that I think are gonna be.
Yeah. It'll be deserving too.
The Bullseye thing, did you guys expect him to save the day for the governor? I kind of thought that, because we never hear Matt say what his one good deed would be.
Correct.
Yeah.
I kind of thought he was going to convince him to show up in the courtroom and be like, I worked for Fisk and his late wife, Vanessa, to kill this lawyer. Yeah. I really thought that.
I thought the good deed was going to be to like get Karen out of jail. Like that's what I thought. Was gonna happen.
That seemed the most obvious.
Yeah.
Maybe something like that, or even like protect somebody else. I really wasn't thinking that it was going to be the mayor.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
Yeah.
The governor.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what I was expecting. I didn't think anything past it. That wasn't it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think he did? Do you think he just like sat there and stared at her the entire time until somebody came to kill her? Like he had to have, right?
Just waiting.
Essentially,
Waiting,
Yeah.
waiting. I mean,
I think he's Bullseye's skill isn't just his ability to kill people. He scouts things out. It seems like he knows he's just a master assassin himself. So he's like, what would I do? And I think he knew what to look for. And when he found someone, he then probably just entered the house and
Yeah. I am wondering, like, does the identity of that assassin mean anything?
Yeah, I was wondering that too. Like,
I thought it was Buck at first, and I was like, "Oh shoot!" And
Well-
the next scene was with Buck.
and see that's kind of, again, there's so many times where Fisk can't send his best guy to do his biggest job
Yeah, that's a good point.
because he's got so many other cracks he's trying to fill.
Yeah, I
you
think
know?
you did a great point earlier to your role with like what upper hand does Kingpin have right now, and honestly, yeah, it's hard to see that right now. I think it is the AVTF. I think that's the biggest pull he has because it's basically your own militia at this point, and I think they did release a still for the final episode, and it did look like it was like Fisk versus the city, like it was like the Resistance versus Fisk. Like it was.
Yeah.
We'll see how that actually plays out, though.
It's gonna be mayhem, absolute mayhem. Anything before we wrap up? Anything you guys want to say about Jessica Jones, Charles, CIA? There was a little scene.
Well, we did get a Luke Cage name drop, which
we did.
fantastic.
That was my one, like, buy or sell. Will we see Luke Cage?
Mm.
I'm buying that. I think we are going to see Luke Cage in the finale because, I mean, Jessica Jones was in this, and his daughter was in this.
Yeah.
But you're not going to have him in this? Come on.
Yeah, literally, they do like actually name drop him. Yeah.
Yes, correct.
And if Charles is so serious about going against Fisk now, that's kind of where their conversation ends. And even Murdoch's like, "Do you believe him?" And she's like, "I don't believe anything he says." But with this, kind of checks out. So yeah, maybe he pulls in Luke to kind of help with this problem, this Fisk problem they have. And now knowing, like, Charles didn't know at that time, in that moment, that the governor was going to get, her life was in danger, right? Like that's when if that goes public in some way, or even if that travels within agencies, which it will, it's like, yeah, Fisk, it wasn't successful, but a very clear message was sent, and I think there will have to be a response. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I have a final buy or sell as well. Buy or sell, we are getting another cameo besides a potential Luke Cage.
I'm gonna sell.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell. I think Luke Cage makes the most sense for the storyline where they're at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell as well.
Okay.
Like I just feel like I think they kind of have like the characters that they need to do what they need to do. They don't necessarily need anyone else. Like if I had to say anyone, like maybe do we get a crazy like Danny Rand show up or something like that? Like
Oh boy.
finish out the defenders essentially.
Yeah. No, that'd be a good poll if you're right on that one. I'm going to buy, but I think the cameo is going to be more not along the lines of physically seeing the person, but I do think there's going to be a Spider-Man mention.
Yeah.
In this final episode with the new movie being so close.
Okay, so a reference to like someone crawling up walls.
Yeah, something along those lines. Yes.
Okay, not like. Okay. Yeah.
Or like he's like
even the actual name drop of Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Like,
they're like,
Okay.
oh, the AVTF is having a real hard time in Queens.
something
Like,
along those lines. Yeah.
like
there
it
you
could
go.
be something simple like that. Like,
Okay.
yeah,
I thought I saw somewhere online about like the Avengers Tower. Did y'all see that? Like the background of Avengers Tower in this episode?
You talking about this one right here behind me?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
what are you?
where you're recording from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing online was that they could see T-roll from the window. Is that what it was?
Yeah, taking a bath with his
That's a horrifying
20
sight.
No, I did not
Ducky?
see. I mean, I think I scrolled past it, but what was going on with that?
I think I scrolled past it too.
Oh.
I was hoping you had more context.
Yeah, no, I scrolled past that.
I'm gonna fact check myself.
No, there was
amazing.
something. I think it was just the fact that you could see it in the background.
Yeah, I think it was like the
think that
shadow of it.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think that was it.
But I thought that was cool. If that was a thing.
Which, since it's like a fake building, it's like they have to intentionally put that in there.
they do.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, there's the Empire State Building. That's where the camera was pointed at. You know.
Yeah,
It says Avengers Tower appears in episode 7 of Daredevil Born Again.
in the background silhouette.
There it is. Okay.
There you go.
There's T-roll.
Yeah.
Oh, there I am.
There he is.
How about that?
Okay. Any other thoughts on this episode before we close out? Very excited for next week, but you can't say looking forward to it. See how this lands. Any other thoughts?
Well, it is an MCU show, and we all know how that goes.
You just reminded me. I actually feel a lot of times in penultimate MCU episodes, I'm like, where are they gonna? How is this gonna? Like, there's so many storylines and this and that. It's like there's kind of one storyline. It's the trial, and it's like everything's connected to. It feels kind of simple, which I kind of like.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I think we're getting a lot of answers, especially since we know now we're going to get a season 3. We are definitely going to get some sort of good cliffhanger. But I don't feel like they have all these storylines they need to wrap up.
I think you're right. The feeling going into this is not like the other series. Like the other one is worry. You're very anxious about what's about to happen.
Yeah.
But I think this one I feel pretty confident in.
Yeah.
Like they have an easier chance to land this.
I mean, I think Daredevil has in general like earned that like more than a lot of those other shows have, and part of it because those other shows haven't had as long of runs. But like just the quality of everything they have put out is kind of like like they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think they've also got like the Punisher special coming up, so like they have more runway
True.
that they can deal with some stuff, and then possibly some crossover into Spider-Man. Even though we probably won't get straight up Daredevil in it, like there's crossover with the Hand, so like they've got enough runway to where I don't think that they had to like make this season all over the place. And I've liked that too. I thought that was pretty cool.
Also, one thing about Daredevil, I don't think we'll get Daredevil and Spider-Man either, but we have already gotten Matt Murdock in a Spider-Man movie. So, like the events, like let's just say that this trial is the talk of this city. Everybody's talking about it. I could see a world where there's a very direct reference to like the events of, even like, what is Fisk's role in that movie? Like maybe not directly in that movie, but the context of New York.
Yeah. How does New York play out in that movie? Yeah.
Right. So I'm excited, really excited.
He's still the mayor by that time. You know?
No, he's not. We already knew that. I told you from the trailer. From
You didn't. Spoiler.
It was like 4 episodes ago. The trailer for Brand New Day
You know how many things I've watched between 4 episodes ago?
Sheila hands Spider-Man the key to the city or whatever, and so the mayor usually does that.
So she's. But what if? But hold on.
But
She's on his cabinet.
acting as
Yeah.
the
Yeah, dude.
He's on vacation.
like.
Dude, Justin.
Are you playing
that's
golf?
so weak, bro. Bro, literally, he could just be in his little penthouse or
She could just
you
been
know.
filling in for that day.
Yeah, dude. Like
Maybe. We'll see. We'll find out in what, June, July.
Although
Although
they
the only-
specifically mentioned the fact that like the mayor or not the governor specifically came up to her and talked to her about
running.
getting into that world.
that is true. And like Fisk is literally anti-vigilante, so like he wouldn't his cabinet unless he's gonna totally shift up his strategy, which that would be interesting.
That would be a very big shift.
Yeah. Okay. Boys, this was fun. Listeners, thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate you. Want to please ask you to subscribe to the podcast wherever you are listening, and do us the favor of sharing this podcast with some of your friends. It's the best way you can help us out. We're very excited next week, the finale for season 2 of Daredevil. And we got a lot of things to cover the rest of this year. 2026 is going to be a good one. So with that in mind, for my good friends Sandy Shimano and the landlord Jordan Mosley, this is T-Roll saying thank you so much for listening to the Royal Geek Podcast. We will see you next time, you peasants.